Hey YouTube, please forgive me. Having technical difficulties over here with YouTube Live. I guess I have to wait 24 hours before I can do any live videos on YouTube. So now I have to pre-record this and then you'll see it later this evening. So let's welcome you back to my channel, Reese's Wellness Journey. I'm Reese and I'm rebranding my page because life is changing for me. So we're going to talk about being newly single, recently divorced, heartache, heartbreak. Talk about getting healthy, out here walking and exercising, and just we'll talk about dating after 40. Um, yeah, so we do all this on my new page here at Reese's Wellness Journey. So we're going to get into the story because who would have thought after 18 years I'll be telling this story about divorce. So this is my story of my divorce from brokenness to becoming her. And I like who I'm becoming. It's so far outside of the pain in the beginning, like now we smiling, we out here having fun, and I'm not letting nothing hold me back. I'm not letting my age hold me back. I'm not letting me being divorced. This is my second divorce. It's not going to stop me from loving somebody else because somebody didn't love me. So, no, it what I prayed for during this whole time was, God, please let my heart heal properly because I want to be able to continue to love somebody else. I'm not going to let one person's actions taint my thoughts on love and marriage. So, yeah. So, at, so I'm newly single. I'm out here dating. But this is my story of after 18 years of being a wife. I love being a wife. I cooked, I cleaned, I did the bills. I did that. I was a mother, so transporting kids, grandkids, and I still stayed active during all of this. So it was, to me, came as a shock. We went on a trip in April, and after we came back, we had a good time. He went on a work trip, and then things changed. On this particular work trip, the way we communicated was off. It wasn't us. And I just didn't understand. It was like something just ain't right. So you get that intuition in your stomach where you feeling this twisting and knots like, yeah, something ain't right. So I pray. I ask God, like, if something is going on, please let me know. So I just don't keep looking stupid out here. Like, should I look at these phone records? So I do. I look at the phone records and I see that he's communicating with this particular telephone number for like 1 hour, 2 hours, 90 minutes. Like, y'all talking a long time at 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning when he should be at work working. But you got time to be on the phone chit chatting and kikiing. So after that was in May, and then as soon as I saw the records, I drew up divorce papers and I put them in the closet, and they're sitting there for like 2 weeks. And I'm just like, well, maybe I'm overthinking something. Maybe it ain't what I think it is. So 2 weeks go past, but I come home one day and I walk past and I can see him texting. I can't see who, but I can see you're texting. And I'm just like, it wasn't feeling right. So I called the number and she answered. I didn't say anything. I just hung up. And I guess she hung up and called him. So when I get back home, he's mad. Why? Why are you mad? I ain't even saying nothing. I just come in the house and I'm just playing like ain't nothing done happened. But he mad and he storms out the door on his way to work. And I'm just like, oh, you're not going to say goodbye? And when I get to the door, he done slammed the door shut. So I'm sitting at my dining room table and I get a text and it say, you don't have to walk around on eggshells or bite your tongue because I'm going to be gone soon. And don't call me wanting to talk about it. So, oh, don't call you leaving. So intuition was correct. You out here cheating. So I get up, I call my brother and I let him know what had happened because my brother is my best friend. And then I go to my parents' house and I ask my mom, I'm like, so what you notice about my hands? What do you see? And she was like, you got your nails done? I'm like, no, what else you see? What don't you see? And she was like, what? And I'm like, I don't have my wedding ring on. And I'm like, so I'm getting a divorce. And she was like, what? Like, she was like, I can't even give you no advice because I've never been through this before. So not only am I mad, now I'm super sad because the very people that you want to go to get some help or some reassurance, they can't help you because they haven't been through it themselves. And so my father comes down the steps and he's just like, I think maybe my brother had called him and that was the reason he came down the steps because my mom wasn't answering the phone. But I tell him, I say, the man you gave me to gave me back. So that's why I'm here. And he's like, what? I said, the man you gave me to, he gave me back. He was like, well, what do that mean? That mean I'm getting a divorce. Like, so I'm yours now. Like, so now I'm back to being your baby girl again because he don't want me. And my father just walked away from the door. And so I know he was sad. My mom is sad. She can't help me. And this is crazy. The next day, that evening, I called my best friend and I'm crying on the phone with her. And neither one of us is talking ill or bad about him. But the next day, I tell my aunt, I tell Tracy, and we are in disbelief on the phone. And then I called my aunt in California, and it was funny, but not funny at the time because when I called her, it was in the middle of traffic. After work, I get off work and I'm on the phone with her. And when you going through something, you can't stop grief from overcoming you. So I'm in the car and I'm like, well, I got something to tell you. And she's like, what? And for whatever reason, I don't know why her mind goes to, what's wrong with my sister? Is she dying? Like, I'm like, oh my God, but I'm in the midst of breaking down in the car and I can't breathe. And she over here talking about, is my mama dead? So I want to laugh, but I can't even laugh because the hurt is so bad at the moment. And I'm just like, yeah, it was funny at the time, but when I look back on it, it's hilarious because I'm just like, how did you just go to my mama about to die? I don't even know what even made her think that. I'm just like, I got something to tell you. She could have went to, I hit the lottery or something, but no, she went to my mama about to die. And I'm just like, no, I'm about to get a divorce. And everybody's in disbelief, like that I'm getting a divorce because we've been together for 18 years. I was happy. Have you done some wrong? Yes, but I was being forgiven, and that in itself, like to forgive somebody for cheating it's hard. It's hard to trust, but I tried to work through it. But the third time, like, no, I can't take no more. So this is happening this go around. Um, and when I had to tell, so my aunts told my cousins, and what was sad was all my cousins were scared to talk to me, or for the most part, the older one. It's two sets of grandkids in our age group, but the older ones, my brother and my cousin DJ. DJ flipped out on me. I didn't know he was going to be the way he was, but I said my other ones, nobody called, and I'm just like, so it was kind of sad. I understand that nobody knew how to handle me at this time because here I am. I'm considered one of the strong ones out of the group, and now I'm going through trauma. So it was sad that they were scared to talk to me. But I had to be understanding too, like, what do you say to somebody who's going through this? You don't know what to say at the moment. So it hurt, but I understood. But I had a good group. My village here was strong, and what I wanted was I didn't want nobody to know that this was happening. I told my kids, he told his kids. I didn't talk to his two until after he talked to them. And the oldest, she called, and I told her, I said, she called and she said, she asked me how I was doing, and I'm like, I'm doing good. And she was like, I just want to know, are you staying here in the city? And I'm like, yes, I'm not going anywhere, because she knew my daughter was going like, hey, Mom, you could be on the first thing to Atlanta and you could come live with us. But nope, I wanted to be on my own for a while before I left. But so I let the kids know, like, I wasn't going anywhere. I still was going to be Riri to the grandkids, because they're not my biological grandkids, but I'm still their grandmother. One of the two that they know, or one of the three that they know. So, yeah. And I told my two best friends knew, and that was it. And that started the craze of me eating tacos all the time. But I would come home, the house would be empty, and through this whole time, after he tells me he's leaving, the next day he comes back and tell me he needs to stay for 60 days. That's crazy. But I'm just like, what make you think I should let you stay here? And he's like, well, this is our house. No, it's not our house. This is my house. Because when we got the house, you didn't want the house. You told me to get the house. If I wanted the house, I had to get it on my own. And I did. I used my credit. Yes, we shared bills after we got the house, but yeah, everything was in my name. So all responsibilities, no matter what, fell on me. Bills, my name. House, my name. This mine over here. During the divorce, I didn't ask for nothing. I didn't want nothing. All I wanted was the house. I ain't asked for no pension. I ain't asked for nothing. The house, and that he was going to pay for to have my name changed back to my maiden name. That was it. I didn't ask for nothing because I didn't want nothing. I didn't need nobody holding nothing over my head to say, oh, she got it because I did this, that, and this. No. So my friends were there. They couldn't say anything to nobody. My family couldn't say anything to nobody. So it was hard for my parents to get on the phone with my aunts and uncles, and when they say, how was Rob and him? they just be like, oh, they are, they doing good, they okay, they all right, and nobody could tell what I was doing. I did tell my pastor, and I let him know that nobody at church knew. Um, so everybody kept quiet during the whole process. I filed for my divorce January 1st, and August 4th, it was final. We went down, we filed, and the lady came back with the date. I thought she was going to say September, October. No, she said August. I'm like, give me the first thing in the morning. So give me the earliest, which was 10 o'clock. So I just told them at work. Even the people, my coworkers didn't even know I was getting a divorce. I took a long lunch, and when I came back to work, and they were like, oh, you was gone for a while, like you had an appointment. I'm like, yep, I went and got divorced on my lunch break. And they like, girl, quit playing. Like, nah, like y'all ain't looked for the past 2 months. Ain't nobody paid attention that I didn't have my ring on except for my customers. Now my customers, they noticed no ring right away. But my coworkers didn't notice. My church family didn't notice. Nobody knew. And I wanted to keep it that way because I didn't want nobody to sway my decision on my divorce. So once people found out that I got a divorce, it had already been done. Nothing you could say. You couldn't change my smile. You couldn't change my happiness, because through that whole time I stayed in the Word, I stayed in the Bible, I had devotionals. I just made sure like we gon' do the healing thing. And a lot of people kept trying to tell me, just make sure you're crying. Make sure you're crying. Like, yeah, you could cry, but I'm only gonna cry so much. I went to, I guess, I went to a plant party before the divorce was final, and she gave a prompt, and the question was, how are your plants reflecting, how are the plants in your space reflecting what you're going through in your life right now? And I'm at this table, and there's a lady on the other end, like maybe 4 or 5 tables away, and she sees me. I open up my paper, my eyes start watering, and she could see me. And she asked, could she pray, because she felt the heaviness in the room, and it set off an effect in the room. But when I read that question, some of the plants were dying, some of the plants were getting new leaves, some of the plants were just, they're green. And I'm like, this is me. My plants are reflecting me. Here I'm losing a part of me. I'm gaining new growth in me. And I'm not going to lose me. So I'm still going to be Reese, but we just elevated now. Like, because now we're a little bit stronger. Our faith is it's more stronger, because I'm just thinking like, after all this time, what am I going to do? I'm about to be single, alone, going from 2 incomes to 1 income, and I don't know what's about to happen. Sure, we all think, oh, we get to date again and do all this. It ain't all that it's cracked up to be out here. Like, no. So, it's been a time. So my friends, they've been there for me. And during this process, I started a walking club. And before, I always would say that my circle was small, which it was. And I would say that I didn't have friends. So that was part of my prayer was, God, I need friends, because I just can't do it by myself. So in my walking club, I got friends, real friends that call and check on me, talk with me. We have a lot of things, interests. We share a lot of interest in things. But yeah, for so long, my friend was him, but outside, it was like I wasn't interested in having outside friends, and now I need them, and God provided that for me. Um, so I'm grateful. I'm grateful for my family because they was there. They gave me space. They're still giving me space because I'm learning to be somebody different. I'm still Reese, but it's a different version of Reese. Reese's stronger now. Like she can go out places by herself. I'm doing things by myself because I can't sit around and wait for nobody else. Um, I'm dating. Um, Not nothing serious. Just seeing what it is that I like, what I don't like, and we're trying new things. I'm still gardening, as you can still see. I have my plants and stuff. And during the whole time, my friends and some of the family wanted me to lash out, wanted me to be bitter, and that was something I was very intentional about. Was I'm not gonna let you make me bitter after all of this. So what I told my friends was, y'all do that when we go out. Y'all, y'all can say what it is you want to say, what you think I should be saying, but I was not gonna be the one like he ain't shit, he ain't this, he ain't that. I wasn't gonna do that. I didn't do that. So I let my friends do that, and it worked for us, um, so that I could smile today. Um, I don't hate him because his truth is his truth. I just happened to get caught in the crossfire, um, and it's okay. And everybody, what I already knew is that when I went back out here, I was never going to compare another man to him, and I don't, because everybody is their own person. Um, so I've been out here on dates, and the things I've never received in those 18 years, now I have men just like, let me do this for you, let me do that for you, let me do this. And it feels good to know that, yeah, I'm deserving and I'm worthy of having these things and be treated like a princess, because I am one. So I'm excited for what's coming. Um, it's a lot of new things are going to be happening on this page. Um, and I'm going to stop saying so much. It's a work in progress. So, yes, so we're going to be cooking over here. We're going to be eating healthy over here. We're still going to be walking over here. We're going to be dating. We're going to be talking about heartache, journaling, um, just healing. Um, so I thank you for listening to my story. And so now a lot of people saw my first initial Facebook post, and some people thought that I was talking about me losing weight. But I did lose weight. I lost a deadbeat weight. So, um, but now you know I got a divorce after 18 years, and I survived. I'm still happy. I'm still Reese. You're just gonna see more of me now. So I appreciate everybody in the comments. I got calls when I even posted that I was doing this today. Nobody knew I was divorced. So thank you for coming to me instead of going to somebody else getting third hand information. So if you didn't know, now you know. I am divorced. I'm single and I'm happy, and I have no regrets. So y'all continue to follow me on my YouTube page here at Reese's Wellness Journey. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you've been through a divorce and how did you make it to the other side. So what I always said is that I love the smile on the other side of these tears, and I can't be no more grateful, because God, He didn't. Um, it wasn't a rejection; it was protection. So this divorce was protection for me, because, um, yeah, I didn't want to lose no more of myself than I already have, because I'm a whole ass vibe over here. If you didn't know, now you gonna find out that Reese is a whole ass vibe over here, and we love it. I'm loving who I'm becoming, and I hope you love it too once you get to see what's going on with Reese at Reese's Wellness Journey. Thank you, and I will talk to y'all later.